All right, we are going to go ahead and look at the sum and difference rule. So if I have f of x and g of x and they're differentiable functions, what it is saying is you can take the derivative of each part individually and continue to add them together, sum them, or subtract them together, take the difference. Okay. So example 4, we have this very long polynomial and it says f prime of x. So in order to find the derivative, I'm essentially finding the derivative of a whole bunch of monomials that are being added or subtracted together. So I would just find them each individually and continue to add or subtract them based upon my rule that it says I can do this, my sum rule and my difference rule. Okay, so f prime of x. So the way I would take that derivative is just assess each monomial by itself and find the derivative. So f prime of x equals, bring my 8 down, and then I would have x to the 8 minus 1 is 7, using that power rule. Plus, I bring my 5 down. 5 times 12 is 60. X to the 5 minus 1 is 4. Minus, bring down my 4, so I'd have 4 times 4 is 16. X to the 4 minus 1, go down a power, 3. Okay, plus, bring down my 3. 3 times 10 is 30. X to the 3 minus 1 is 2. Minus, now the next two kind of sometimes get you guys. This is x to the first. So I would bring down my 1. So I have negative 6 times 1, so it's negative 6. X to the 0. And then plus 5. 5 is a constant, so we must remember that the derivative of a constant is 0. I'm just going to rewrite this. The biggest thing is x to the 0, you guys, is equal to 1. So my first derivative, f prime of x, is equal to 8x to the 7th plus 60x to the 4th minus 16x cubed plus 30x squared minus 6. Because it's really 6 times 1, so I just have 6. So that is my first derivative. Part B then tells me to find f double prime, which says the second derivative. So in order to find my second derivative, I would take my first derivative and just do the derivative again. So I'm going to take the derivative of this guy, and then my notation is f double prime of x. So I would have 8 times 7 is 56. X to the 7 minus 1, so 6. Plus 60 times 4 would be 240. X to the third minus 16 times 3, 48, x squared, plus, bring down my 2. 2 times 30 is 60. 2 minus 1 would just be x to the first. And then minus 6. This is a constant, so my derivative of any constant is 0. So this would be my second derivative. Okay. So a little bit in this video, we did first and second derivative, as well as our sum and difference rule. Okay, so if we have a polynomial, what you do is you guys just take the derivative of each monomial individually and keep adding or subtracting them. Okay, that is example 4.